How much of these victories do you think it is? I mean, your line, you play so much that just being on the ice that much.
Yeah, it's right now it's a lot of fun. We're clicking. There's other guys here clicking, and we're winning, and we're having a lot of fun. And before every game, or the message has been this past stretch to build for next year, and that's got to be for us. That's the exciting part. We're building chemistry against good teams, at home, on the road. Different situations, power play, 5-on-5. So it's been a lot of fun, and we're doing it for a purpose, and we're doing it for next year so we're not in this position, heading home April 6th.
Part of what can make a player stand out is if he makes his line makes better. Do you feel like all three of you are doing that for one another?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all bring different dynamics to the game, and I think we're all skating, we're all moving the puck. I think it also helps a lot that AA and Taco have some pretty good chemistry, and they're a dangerous line too. So we're not getting all the attention. Debs has been getting some attention and doing a great job at center. So it's a full 23-man roster, but our line right now, we're having a lot of fun clicking.
Don, can you elaborate a little bit on Bertuzzi's play? I mean, he's known as going to the greasy area, scoring the dirty goal, getting in front of the net, but he's shown lately that he has a pretty good shot and pretty much can score from anywhere.
You sure?
I think so, yeah. I mean, at least maybe it's an aberration. I don't know.
He does have a great shot, but the first goal he scored tonight was a very Tyler Bertuzzi goal, and it could have been the save of the year, but it was a goal, and he made sure of it. So, I think for Bert, he makes plays all over the ice, and he's a playmaker, and he's hard at the net, and he does have an underrated shot. But as a centerman, when he's on my line, I know when the puck's in our zone along the boards that I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it with a lot of speed, and we're going to go play offense. So having a guy like that is awesome to have on your line.
A first Red Wing to score 4 points in 3 consecutive games in the history of a franchise that's been around since 1926. I mean, are you amazed maybe you're the first Red Wing player ever to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a little shocked still right now. I haven't comprehended it yet, but it's something special, and like I've said before, I can't thank my teammates enough, my line mates for that run.
When you fed that pass to Anthony for the empty netter, Dylan said that they were giving you the business maybe a couple games ago for just scoring in the empty net. So were you definitely going to feed it to whomever it was, whether it was Anthony or not?
Well, I looked up and I saw the D, and I looked over and I saw him all wide open, and we don't want to get scored on. So I saw him all open, and he put it in the net.
You weren't tempted though to try for a second?
I was tempted a bit, and then I thought of their voices in my head, and I had to pass it.
Tyler, what do you think why you three click so well together?
We've been playing, it's been fun playing hockey. Everyone's going in this room playing simple, and, we're gelling together and making good plays. Everything's been working out.
Jimmy, you've been on this team a long time. You've seen a lot of streaks, but how would you describe what this recent role is?
This one's crazy, especially with how depleted we are, but young guys are stepping up in a big way. We're playing hard, we're playing smart, and we're getting rewarded.
Despite what the fans think about, oh, geez, they're blowing their draft pick or whatever. I know. How important, can you explain just how important it is to have really good habits closing out the season, going into next year?
It's important to win games, especially with this young lineup. For us, personally, when you go out there and the puck's dropped at the beginning of the game, your competitiveness takes over and you want to win. And, that's what's happening for us right now.
Hey, Jimmy, speaking of what Art was just talking about, I mean, when you're driving around, I'm sure you listen to sports radio all the time.
I have 97.1 on all the time.
See, exactly. but when you hear the opinion that, hey, this team should tank, you should lose for the draft pick, what was your opinion?
I think it's a fire, so I don't think anyone should, do that. This is a competitive game, and like I said, as soon as that puck, we all understand the situation, but as soon as that puck's dropped, you're competitive. Takes over, and you go out there and you try to win hockey games.
Jimmy, it was 3-1 at one point, and it seemed like in the past this season, you guys might have lacked the confidence to close them out. Is that a big difference now that you take the lead and there's less nerves about, oh no, are we going to blow it?
You know, so different of a team. You know, when that was happening to now. I think you know, with the young guys, you know, they've got a lot to prove. You know, they're making the most of their opportunities here, and like I said, we're playing smart, and you know, we're not turning the pucks over in the gray areas.
Sensing with that top line, they're all making one another better right now.
Yeah, you know, they're the chemistry on their line's obviously been excellent. You just have good elements there. I think first of all, they're all playing at a high level. You know, that's part of it, is individually got to play at a high level, and then they certainly feed off each other really well. There's just tons of chemistry and playing at a real high level.
When considering all the players that have played for this franchise, here Tyler has a record for four consecutive games, 3+ points on a player that would do that close to 9.
Blew me away. I couldn't believe it, to be dead honest. But I couldn't believe it. I mean, you think of the players in this franchise. I mean, geez, Pete, and the winning that's been done here, and the number of goals that have been scored, and you know, different eras have had certainly higher scoring games, and for that to be the first time in history, I absolutely couldn't believe it. So what a good little run here by that line, and a good run by him. You know, I've said this consistently all year. Bert to me has done a very, very good job, but he's really growing. Right, you know, he's just in front of our eyes right now too. I think he's just continuing to get better and better and better, and because the consistency to me is the difference. You know, I think the hardest thing in this league to be an elite player is consistency. You can't have off nights and outplay people. It's just the league's too good. The players you're playing against are equal or better than you on a consistent basis, so you can't have off nights, and he's done an excellent job of consistently playing really well.
You talked about that line playing together as early as the fall camp. I'm sure you didn't quite imagine this, but is this the style of you thought they were going to play?
Yeah, well, they complement each other really well. You know, when Mo's skating the way he's skating right now, then it's a high end line. You know, Dylan on a pretty consistent basis is a worker. You know, I think Bert works, and it's just a real good complement. And Bert's a real natural net front guy, so you have a natural net front guy out there, and so it's certainly something that you know, we'd love to stay together and see that line really grow.
Jim talked about the steadiness of the defense this morning. Is that another example tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I thought about that as I walked in here. I mean, first of all, Nick Cronwell's been outstanding. Like, that's one thing that I haven't talked about that I think should be clear, is he's been excellent. Like, the number of plays he makes under pressure, and he allows us to get out of our zone, even at the end on the empty net goal. Doesn't panic, doesn't throw it up the wall, makes the play to exit. He's been excellent. I think Madison Bowie's really growing. You know, he's been better and better and better on a consistent basis, and the rest of the D-corps has just played real good. You know, it's a bunch of guys, you know, between McElrath and Hicketts and Chelly and those guys, like, they haven't spent much time in the NHL, but man, they know how to play, and they're good players. So we're giving up shots, we're giving up chances. I don't think we're giving up a tremendous amount of unstoppable chances. Certainly the goal against and the 2-on-1 was a big mistake, and that's the ones we want to avoid. And that to me is almost an unstoppable. Like, it would have taken a miraculous save for him to make that save, but he doesn't. You know, the goalies haven't had to make lots of those, and then they've done an excellent job of stopping the ones that are in front of them. So you know, it's been a good combination of success.